In this video, we will be drawing revolved forms. Revolved forms spin around an axis line. So to start off with, let's imagine a sheet of paper, just a rectangular sheet of paper, and the axis line is lined up on the right side of that piece of paper. Okay, so when we draw a revolved form, we always start with an axis line down the middle. So let's add our rectangular sheet of paper that's on one side. Okay, now we're going to be spinning this form, so we're going to be using ellipses to show this rectangular piece of paper spinning along the axis. Okay, so let's add a few more sheets of paper, and now we have a cylinder. Okay, so it's revolving around that center axis line. Okay, so now what happens when we have an axis line and we spin a triangle along that axis line? Okay, we have our ellipse at the bottom, and we're going to add more triangle forms to sort of show what's happening. It becomes a cone. Okay, and what happens when we have a circle that's cut in half by the axis line, and then we spin that circle? Okay, we get a sphere. Okay, a sphere is created by spinning a circle around on that axis. Okay, so add a few more axis lines, add a few more contour lines, and you can see the form taking hold. Okay, so these are the basic elements, these three primitives. So let's take a look at some revolved forms. This is a white vase. So to understand this vase, let's draw an axis line down the middle, and let's outline the left side of this form. Okay, we're going to add our ellipses. Now we're going to transfer it over to the right. Okay, so just like what we did before, we want to capture that outline on one side. Okay, now we're going to add a contour line that shows what's happening on the surface, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Get our widths right. We're going to transfer over that curve. Next up is a different shape. This one has more of a curve on the bottom going outward and a concave curve on the upper half. So let's add our outlines, our contour line to see what's happening. This is sort of helping us understand the shape. Now we're going to draw our axis line. We're going to transfer the form over to the other side. Okay, so now we're going to draw our ellipses to help us ghost in where this form is going to sit. Okay, next up we have another one. This one is basically a cylinder and a sphere. The sphere is in the middle. So you're going to outline the left side. We have our axis line. Now we have our contour line. Now we're going to transfer that form over to understand what's happening. Start with an ellipse. Start with your ellipses. Start with your axis line. And then you're going to add